Well, good morning and happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
We're celebrating a beautiful day this morning on this beautiful spring morning. It feels like we've really arrived into some lovely weather and celebrating moms today as part of our conversation about intuition this month. And so I just wanted to share something this morning that I noticed that I thought was so interesting and invite you to reflect on it and see what's going on. So we had a fabulous movie night here on Friday night. It was on the movie Happy. And there were a number of people in the room who said this was the best movie we've ever shown. Yes. And it was the smallest number of people to come to a movie night in the 5 years we've been doing movie nights. It was so interesting. And so we're having a conversation, and we have been doing a ritual team for 5 years. We're doing all kinds of special rituals throughout the year. And a couple of years ago, we had a Thanksgiving ritual, and it was about celebrating the good in our lives. And it was the smallest ritual we've ever had. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. The ritual about celebrating our good was the smallest ritual we've ever had. The movie, Happy, the smallest movie night we've ever had. So we're happy to come, we're perfectly content to come to a movie about fixing ourselves, what's wrong with the planet, how to create a better life, all that. But to simply come to a movie about happy, yeah, maybe not so much. Isn't that just the most interesting thing? So I'm sharing it with you because I'm puzzled by it and pondering it. And I didn't want to be puzzled and pondering on my own. So y'all can puzzle and ponder with me. And what is that about? And perhaps there'll be some enlightening revelation for us to grow into enjoying and savoring our lives. It's not just always about fixing something, or something's wrong, or we have to be more spiritual, or we have to, meditate more, or we have to, all these things that we feel like we're, I don't know, gosh, couldn't we just be happy? All right. So, a thought that we could take into our intuitive path this month as we're exploring intuition as well. So we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome anyone who is here for the first time. The greeters are coming forward. They have a gift for you. We'd love to say hello. So we just invite you to raise your hand and let us acknowledge you and welcome you. Some information about our center and about philosophy here. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, you can fill out the card, drop it off across the way at the visitor table. From whatever spiritual path you come from, whatever faith tradition you were raised in, we certainly welcome you here. We'd love to answer any questions you have, show you around. You can drop your card off, be on our email news, get my daily inspirational words, find out what's going on in the bookstore, all those kinds of things after service. So we're truly delighted that you're here to share with us this morning. And now let's have an opportunity to stand as we are able and greet each other.
Hi. I'm Petra Weldes, Senior Minister of the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas, and we're delighted that you found us here on the web. You can find our Sunday services on our website by every Wednesday. And we love that you can look at us online and explore these spiritual teachings. Feel free to explore our archives. It goes back a number of years with lots of special topics and amazing speakers. You can also sign up for our email news, my daily words, and my blog, Spiritual Living with Dr. Petra. If you're looking for a spiritual community, come visit us. Or if you're just in Dallas, drop on by. We'd love to give you a hug. Welcome home.
I'd like to sing a song for all the moms out there.
would go there in my shadow, to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. And you always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long, a beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero, and everything I would like to be? I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero, and everything I would like to be? And I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you that you're my hero, and everything I would like to be? I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Thank you, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly, so high away, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings. Thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. Wind beneath our wings, isn't that just the truth? Moms. Celebrating moms today and how much they lift us and support us and love us, and all the moms in the room and all that you do to lift and support and love others. The Dalai Lama says that we are born with compassion and loving kindness in our veins. We get it from our moms, because that's what they do when we're first born. They cradle us in with compassion and kindness, and they nurture us, and they love us. And they're not perfect. And sometimes that's confusing. So often we talk about God as not being made in our own image and likeness, that we're made in the image and likeness of the divine, not the other way around. And usually we are talking about God the Father, that there's no big parent in the sky up there somehow judging us, and we often understand that God is not only Father but also Mother. Particularly in the Eastern traditions, we have the love of the Divine Mother. And that love is that unconditional love that we talk about, the impulse of spirit to be and express as us, to give itself to us fully and completely, to nourish and support us in whatever it is that we're seeking to do, to be the very thing that we need at the moment that we need it. That's absolute, perfect, and divine love. And we speak of the Divine Mother. And moms are an expression of that in their love for us, and yet they're not perfect. And they can be confusing. So this morning, as we take a look at Mother's Day and we look to celebrate moms, I want to celebrate all of you who are moms in whatever form or shape that might look. Some of you have given birth to children. Some of you have adopted children. Your aunts or your teachers, or you're the person down the street, you're the grandma, you're the person that has that relationship, that nurturing, compassionate, loving kindness relationship. You're the stay-at-home dad. You're the one who's there in that form, that fashion. Actually, the truth of it is each of us has that capacity for love and compassion, that loving kindness that the Dalai Lama speaks about. And it is in that relationship with Mom that we begin to see the first inklings of what that unconditional love looks like, what it feels like, how it's expressed. If I can find my quote, I'm going to read to you from Paramahansa Yogananda, but my quote has gotten hidden. Here it is. This is from Paramahansa Yogananda. A mother's love is not given to spoil us with indulgence, but to soften our hearts, that we may in turn soften others with kindness. In India, we speak of God as Mother Divine. Every mother is a manifestation of God's unconditional love. Although human mothers can be imperfect, the Divine Mother is perfect. Mothers were created by God to show us that we are loved with or without cause. May all the sons and daughters of the world be filled with that motherly affection, which is the reflection of the Divine Mother's unconditional love. And may we give that unconditional motherly love to one another, so that we have peace and heaven on earth. Mother love isn't exclusive. Unconditional love isn't exclusive to just being a mother, and yet it's my experience, and has been my experience for 21 years, that being the mom is truly one of the deepest spiritual practices there is in unconditional love. In the recognition of the truth of this being that has come and come to bless our lives in some form or fashion. Sometimes by being loved back, sometimes by being a brat back, and getting to see what that's all about. So my experience with my son is that he was the place where I learned about unconditional love. That I learned to see that he was not going to grow up in my image and likeness. He actually had his own life. And so this morning, I want to speak to those of you who are moms, who have children in some way in your life that you are participating in raising. And I want to speak very clearly about the power that we have as moms to be that place of unconditional love. Oh, yes, it is our job to civilize our children. They do actually have to know that setting the cat's tail on fire is not a good idea. Or that putting the pencil into the electric outlet is probably not a good idea either. So we are tasked with the idea of civilizing our children, teaching them how to make their way in the world. But it is actually their way, not ours. It's their life, not ours. And we are Well, Khalil Gibran says it best in his section on children. He says, your children are not your children. They belong to the universe. They were given to you into your keeping for but a short while. And he goes on to say that children are the arrows that we fling into the future, and that they go to a house we cannot see. It's called the house of the future. And while Spirit loves the arrow, so Spirit also loves the bow from which the arrow is flown. And we are the bow. And what I would say as we explore Mother's Day this morning is that we are simply tasked with loving our children. That's really it. You know, I was raised in a very authoritarian home, and there was a little bit of that, save the rod, spoil the child. And yet, my experience is, and my observation, and working with teens and working with parents, that you can't actually love your children enough. You can't love them too much. There's no end to unconditional love and the amount of love that we can give. Oh, yes, we can spoil our children. We can spoil them by not having boundaries, by not teaching them how to be civilized, how to make their way in the world. But this isn't about controlling them, and it certainly isn't about them and their lives being a reflection on us. No, actually, their life is a reflection on them, because it's their life. Their life is a gift of the divine life as them, just as your life and my life, that's our gift, to do with as we choose, to learn and grow and become the very best that we can be. This is just as true for our children, whether they are 2 or 12 or 20. It's their life. And when we unconditionally love them, do you see, we see them. We see the truth of who they are. We see the precious gift that they are. We see the life that is blossoming as them. And it's not our life. It's not my life. No, my son and I are very similar. And we are very different. And not making our children in our own image and likeness is a part of how we love them. And we let them find their wings. And we are actually the wind under the wings that they will fly free on. I realized as a mom that the moment I gave birth to my son was the moment I started to let him go. And his whole growing up was about learning how to let him go. And providing him with that lift. That's what you do with the children in your life. You provide them with that lift by seeing the truth of who they are. Some of you have heard this story about my son. He and I both just about died in childbirth. If it weren't for modern medicine, we would both be dead. We spent the first 5 days at Children's Hospital in Seattle, hoping that he could bring his blood sugar level up to a sustainable level. And it was a traumatic beginning. My son had 4 eye surgeries before he was 4 years old. He had some of the worst colic the doctors had ever seen. He was a failure to thrive baby from the time that he was 6 months old until he was 18, which meant he didn't grow 1 centimeter or gain 1 pound in that year of time. He was allergic to every food he ever put in his mouth. He limped when he was 2 and a half because his gross motor skills weren't developing. His fine motor skills were so slow that in 2nd grade he still didn't know how to actually erase. And if you know my son today, he's a firefighter. He's in paramedic training. And he's amazing. And he's taller than I am. Although, when he went to kindergarten, he was 1 whole head shorter than everybody in his class. And can I tell you that had I listened to the doctors, actually it's not so important that whether I listened to the doctors or not, but had I told Jason what the doctors had said, I'm not sure he would be the young man he is today. Oh, and I believed the doctors in what they were telling me I needed to do, just not in any diagnosis that they felt they needed to have. And what I told Jason, it's all right. You'll catch up with yourself. you'll grow into who you're supposed to be. Spirit doesn't make any mistakes. It's all right. You'll grow into yourself. One day you'll catch up with yourself, and you'll be fine. That's all I ever told him. Over and over and over and over again. Because you see, it was my joy to see the truth in him. It was my joy to see the life that was seeking to express itself. And however that was going to be. Black nail polish and gothic clothes notwithstanding. That's our gift. That's our gift that we give to our children. And you see, by learning to give that gift to them, we actually learn how to give it to each other. We actually learn how to see that in each other, because each one of us, any person out there that we want to point a finger at or blame or shame, they were all children once too. And they were someone's little boy or little girl. And whether that parent loved them, whether your parent loved you, that love is available. It's available through all of the people who care for us, all of the people. I've had amazing mentors, and I've had a foster mother, and I've had extraordinary gifts of people who've loved me. You too. Whether that was your mother or not, each of those times, each of those experiences is an opportunity for us to experience that unconditional love which says, I see you. Not the reflection of me, but I see you. And I value that, and I treasure it, and I honor it, and I lift it. One of the other things that I've learned and experienced as a mom, and I know this is true for moms, it's probably true for dads too, but not being a dad, I don't actually know that. But the thing that I know that's true about moms is that, yeah, there are times when we actually don't do it right. And there are times when we are pretty imperfect, aren't there? My experience is that creates in all of us what I call mother guilt. If only I had. If only I'd gone to that show, or been there when he needed me, or if only I'd protected him from that bullying, if only I had made it possible for him to not live in a broken home, if only I had. Whatever it is, we all have the list, don't we? We all want so much to protect our children. We don't want them to ever scrape their knee, or ever get a failing grade, or ever have somebody not like them, or ever fail at anything they try. We want to protect them and nourish them. We want them to have the childhood that maybe we ourselves didn't have. We want them to have the best of everything, don't we? Because we love them. And does it work? Not a bit. Because it's not our life, and it's actually not in our keeping. Well, it's in our keeping, but we can't protect our children from life. Not in that way, because that's their life. And they learn and grow from their mistakes and their challenges, just as we do. And they learn and grow from their skin knees and from the things that cause them to learn about their own character and about their willingness to try harder and do a little more and all of that. And each one of us has had to go through that. And yet we look at that and we think, if I only could have protected them in some way. And so we walk around with guilt. And I want to honor and acknowledge that guilt, because I think it's a deep testament for how much we love our children. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because it speaks to how much we care about them and how badly we want for their lives to be magnificent. But this is the other place where I think there's a profound spiritual practice available to us. Do you see, not only do we give unconditional love to our children, but when we are willing to accept our own imperfection, when we're willing to stand with our own sense of mother guilt, do you see, we get to then have unconditional love for ourselves. To recognize that no matter what, the truth is we've always done the very best we could. If we could have done it better or different, we would have. And so we get the opportunity to learn to accept our own imperfections, to learn to accept this is what is, and to realize that we've learned and we have learned and grown from our own life, so will our children. And what's the most important thing? That they know they're loved. That they know that they're loved. And we can start today, if we think our children don't know it enough. We can start today to let them know that they're loved. Because they are loved. They're loved by that one presence and power that is the very life, the very heartbeat of the divine. And they are so lifted by that wind. They are so lifted by the light and life of the one. And we can trust that. We can trust that enough that we can learn to forgive ourselves and to love ourselves. Do you see unconditional love? It goes both ways. It's not just about loving them. That gift, then, we learn to give to ourselves. And we learn to give to others who aren't children. So the spiritual practice of loving our child is something that grows and nourishes us and blossoms us in so many ways as we are willing to be moved. We are so wired for this love. It's inherent within us. This is today from the Joyous Freedom Journal, and it's entitled Wired for Love. Mom is the name of God in the mouths of children, yet there are no words that express the power and courage for describing her love. Mothers take care of what they can, and somehow have learned to trust a higher power to work and guide their children when they can't. Maternal love, somehow, is the catalyst to believe one can do something beyond what has been done before, because every child who comes into this world is a new expression of God with infinite possibilities. And moms are entrusted to be the first visionary of what's possible for our lives. That's the gift that we give as a mom. That sense of vision and possibility for our children. That sense of vision and possibility for ourselves. That sense of vision and possibility for life itself. That willingness to be creative and to experience the power that comes when something is born, whether it's an idea, an organization, something, a book, a song, a child, something new, and something is birthed. And we have the care and keeping of that, the nurturing of that. That is one of the most amazing gifts that we give to life, by being present to that, by being willing to hold the vision for it, for our child, and to allow it to then work us as well. Our children can be our greatest teachers, not because we let them run amok, but because they push every button we have. They show us every place where we have doubt, uncertainty. They show us the places where we feel the need to be in control. They show us the places where we lack love for ourselves and others. They show all of those places to us. And so they are our greatest teachers. And we are invited into that practice. And believe you me, I know how challenging that practice is and can be. And yet, the love that we share with our children, or with the children we come in contact with, is that not just the most precious and beautiful thing. So to all of you that are moms, I want to honor and acknowledge you and what you do. So we'd like to invite all the moms to the platform. Whether you're a mom, a stepmom, somebody who's an aunt or a grandma, whether you're a mom because you have neighborhood kids come over to your house, however it is that you show up as a mom, just come right on up here and be up here on this platform, right up here. All right, well, I might have to scoot over on the side over here. Just keep filling in, keep filling in. Just keep moving on up there. There you go, right in front. Come on, you need people right in front. Short people in the front, taller people in the back. All right. Self-select yourselves. Come on up here. All right, don't be scared. Come over here, right over here. Don't be scared. Come on, right in here. Everybody up here. Hanging back to the side is not going to work. Over there. You can't, oh, that's right. Good, good. All right, good. Okay, everybody. Wow, look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Sappy, stupid little song, the children are our future. It's true. It's true. And you have held the future of our planet, of our world, and you are holding that future in your hand today. And oh my God, are we grateful. And don't you think our future is in good hands? Yeah. We're actually going to invite you to stay standing. We're actually going to, we want to acknowledge you and honor you with a blessing because of what you do, because of who you are, because of the love that you share and the gift that you give and the presence that you are in someone's life. Yeah. So you are such a blessing. Let us bless you. So I actually invite you to stand with your hands open and just receive the blessing. And for those of us out here, what we like to do to imagine this blessing being sent out to them, you can raise your hands if you choose. And just allow your blessing to shower over these beautiful moms. So if you would repeat after me, dear moms.
Dear moms.
We bless you from our heart.
We bless you from our hearts.
We are grateful for all you do.
We are grateful for all you do.
We see how much you care.
We see how much you care.
We see how hard you work.
We see how hard you work.
We see your heart.
We see your heart.
We are grateful for your love.
We are grateful for your love.
And for the blessing that you are.
And for the blessing that you are.
To the children.
To the children.
To us.
To us.
And to our planet.
And to our planet.
For your love.
For your love.
Is a blessing.
Is a blessing.
Never forget.
Never forget.
That we love you.
That we love you.
And we support you.
And we support you.
Being the wind under your wings.
Being the wind under your wings.
Knowing that God.
Knowing that God.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And we are so grateful, grateful, grateful. We're going to sing, and as you are leaving the platform, the greeters have a gift for you, a reminder for you to turn all of this loving blessing onto yourself. Take a little time to nurture yourself with the love that you give to others. We are so grateful.